Hey guys, it's Nick with Smithforgedsc Strength and Conditioning. Today I want to show you guys a Levator Scapula stretch. So this is the other stretch that I was telling you guys before in regards to the upper trap. So these two muscles happen to be common points in pain, and like I said before in the previous video, not always the sole way to, if you're having neck pain, this may not alleviate all of it, but if it happens to be an area of tightness, this is a way to stretch it out. So the levator scapula muscle actually attaches to the transverse processes of your cervical spine at C1 to C4, and then it attaches to what they call the medial border of your shoulder blade, or the medial border of your scapula. So this muscle is primarily a downward rotator of the scapula. So when doing shoulder exercises, if this muscle happens to be tight, it can be a restriction in allowing your scapula to kind of upwardly rotate to achieve full range of motion. It also contributes to other various neck pathologies. So if you guys do have a serious issue and it's not just a, I slept on it funny and I need to stretch this out or whatever it may be, go see somebody, a professional. Go see a PT who can kind of help you out and be a little bit more well-rounded and make sure that everything else is addressed. But if it does happen to just be, hey, this muscle's tight, you need to stretch it out, here's a way to do it. Now the way to stretch this levator scapula muscle is very similar to the upper trap muscle. So let's say, for example, we are stretching this left side out. Unlike before, we were rotating towards the same side. In this case, we're actually going to be side bending and rotating away from it. So same rules apply. Most aggressive stretch, hand underneath your bottom. You're going to side bend this way, and you're going to rotate towards. And if you want to add more overpressure, the most aggressive version, you're like this. The way I tell my patients to always remember this one is you're basically sticking your nose in your armpit. So if that's the easiest way to remember you, just think nose to armpit, that's the direction I have to go. You don't have to worry about breaking it down. You just go, okay, we're here. So that's the most aggressive version. Kind of dialing that back a little bit, take the overpressure away. You still get a stretch. You want to, and it's really the only way. Going towards, you're not going to stretch this muscle out quite enough to be specific. If you want to be even less aggressive, you just take your hand out. Like I said before, in the last video, we were talking about kind of dural tension a little bit. You might feel some zinging in your arm if this happens to be tight or you have any other restrictions. So don't be alarmed by that. That is normal. But if it is too uncomfortable for you to bear, I would just say keep your hand out like this and just think nose to armpit. Now when holding this exercise, same rules apply, 30 to 45 seconds. If you can hit 3 to 5 sets a day, that's best, or just do it as needed. Movement medicine, if you feel tight and you feel like that muscle is giving you a lot of your problems, stretch it out. And as mentioned before in the previous video, this may not be the only reason why your levator's tight. If your levator happens to be tight, there's probably some other imbalance somewhere. Just because something is tight, stretching it doesn't necessarily make it better, but there's usually a weakness elsewhere. And we'll talk about muscle coupling next time, and kind of how certain muscles interact with one another, and if one is tight, one happens to be weak, and muscles that you can do to strengthen that to kind of restore that balance and hopefully fix any problems you may have. But that's the end of this one. Until next time, thanks for watching.